You should inside the not much I can do. Just shoot our way out of it.
Peace. Welcome to. Well, there's nobody on here to welcome right now. We'll wait and let this viewership build up.
For a U.S. soldier, that's extraordinary. All of our preparation, all of our training never prepared us to be on. We were all of our preparations. We are the tip of the spear of the world's most powerful military. The script flipped. See, are you moving? So much as that 40 breath left, I have 27 more.
Be patient. Our people are coming. I'm just waiting on them to jump on this stream.
All right.
Which shouldn't take long.
I felt like it was like on the other side.
I gave it. I told them it was short notice. Right. I had some newly discovered evidence that we're gonna talk about. Newly discovered evidence in law means something came out. We have information that we didn't previously have, and that's what we're about to get into. This newly discovered evidence. I'm watching Netflix, man. Y'all probably hear it in the background. See when as my guests come in.
I want to be here. Let me go home. Just go home.
I'm over here on this other computer. I want to try something, right? Apple, man, like Apple is not really compatible with a lot. I'm on this got this Google Mini over here, and you can't get anything on a Google Mini. You can't get Facebook on here. I can't get StreamYard on this Google Mini. I get Zoom, but I can't get YouTube. I can't get YouTube or Facebook, but I can get Messenger. And Messenger is a part of Facebook. Weird. Why don't they want you to have Facebook on Google Mini? Like, it's crazy. And it's not in the App Store. So I want to kind of like be able to support anything we say with this other network. And one thing about this is they don't have they do have a present button. Actual camera, slides, and PDF video file. There is presentation, share screen. Okay. All right, cancel. So let me learn how to operate this thing. Make this more interesting. So let me go get my information. Here we go. Bear with me. All right, paperwork.
Your job, your school, and I'm wondering what's life like here? What's life's humanity? Instead of killing people over and over again, people fighting humanity.
Okay. Let me
go back to the window.
Here we go.
This is harder.
Okay, this is the one. Okay, I can share my screen with this. No, it's on the screen. What you mean? Cancel. Try again.
What the hell just happened? I completely lost my shit.
Okay.
Up and down. People that weren't on the operation came over. They were trying to like calm me down. Like, okay, what's going on? No fucking idea.
Where did it go?
I walked over to the
Into our screens.
got a shot right in the
So session Somali. Okay, shit.
went down.
This is too much. All right, let me see how I get some of this stuff out of here.
And I hear Casey Joyce is one of the other.
What in the world is this?
This one, two best friends.
This is too much.
Like, there's 4 of us at the beach this morning. 2 of us are here.
All right, let's figure this out.
We're just a totality in that. Yeah.
Still waiting on my guys to get in. They'll be on in a minute.
So that they're here. They're just planning to go back to the last of the guys in the crash site.
Shit. Boom. There we go. Okay.
I don't know. It's not a question of it's not worth trying. There's got to be a smarter way to do this. Definitely at risk.
All right, so how do I play this? I'm sharing the screen. I gotta figure out how to play it.
There isn't that opportunity all the time. Your rifles are the target area. The battle raging certainly caused me to feel this increased level of adrenaline. All of a sudden, it feels like we got hit by something. Looking down, it's all looking good. Everything looks fine.
Man, how do I play this? Play this video.
But that's everything else. Go ahead and tell them. Somebody on your gas starts to spin violently out of control. We're spinning so fast, the blood was actually being forced to the front of my eye.
Is accurate, but here's the paperwork. The link is underneath this video. A lot of.
All right, now I just gotta wait on my guess.
How did it eat something that's spicy? Did it see food?
You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Yo.
Are you going to call into the app you got me to download?
Yeah, you gotta just go on to the app. I sent you a link.
And then I went on to the app and it told me I was the only one on there.
Well, you get off the app and just go into the link. Just hit on the link, and the link will bring you straight. So you set it up for yourself. So now you got to get off of yours and go into that link.
Okay. Okay.
I'll see when you come in. You going in on a computer from your phone?
I'm on my phone because I'm driving because I got an appointment in my gym and they bought another house.
All right, well, go ahead and have your business up. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get on. Okay, all right. See, I tried to catch everybody when they was getting off, but some people don't stop working. My homeboy Mark, he owns a gym, so he. Oh, froze for a minute. All right, waiting on my guys. It's on me. I sent them the link a little late. So it's 5:43. They supposed to been on at 5:30. When I sent them the link, it was about 5:20, 5:15. So it's on me. Things came up, pushed me back. Hopefully we'll get this discussion going, and people will jump on. I'm gonna because I want to make sure everybody who's on sees what we're discussing. I'm gonna play this.
What he said, and a lot of what I said in the first video is accurate, but here's the paperwork. The link is underneath this video. I'm also going to put it in the comment section. This is it's the United States District Court, Eastern District of Missouri, Eastern Division, right? So Cuffy was serious about this case because he requested a Frank's hearing, right? A Frank's hearing. Get down.
This dude got a cat.
He requested a Frank's hearing when it was all going down. He was fighting for his life, right? And from what my nigga Black told me, it doesn't say much about it here, but he was looking at the death penalty. And a lot of what he said and a lot of what I said in the first video is accurate. But here's the paperwork. The link is underneath this video. I'm also going to put it in the comment section. This is it's the United States District Court, Eastern District.
This is not the one I wanted to show. This is not the one. Let me find the first video. Let me find where's the first video? Did they take it down? They might have took the first video down. So this is the second video when he talks about the paperwork. He did a part one. Where's the part one? Man, I know they didn't take that man's video down. He had a whole. Is this it? No, this is 16.
Chief Cromer is the special agent in charge that's handling her, right? He tells her what to do. Chief Cromer is the special agent in charge that's.
All right. And this is going to have to do. This is somebody else playing the video. So I'm going to have to do that because I think the video was taken down. I don't see the video anymore on YouTube. I'm still waiting on my guys to come on. I got like 4 guests who are supposed to come on and chime in. I'll play this until they get there.
Handling her, right? He tells her what to do. He's the DEA Atlanta Group Supervisor, Keith Cromer. Now, at the time of this motion, he's being investigated by the Office of Professional Responsibility and the Office of Inspector General for his inappropriate relationship with Tammy Cowens, improper payments to Tammy Cowens, and falsified reports to justify improper payments to this girl. Now, they begin what starts as a personal relationship, as per this document, evolves into a sexual relationship, right? They go on this sexual escapade. And it's proven because Tammy has pictures of them together in her phone, right? And he's being investigated for saying, right? So this is one of the reasons why Cuffy and his attorney feel like all of the information in that affidavit, right, should be thrown out because of the improper relationship between the special agent Keith Cromer and the informant, right? Keith Cromer, you know what I'm saying, got lost his moral compass, right? Once he started having sex with this woman, he's paying her, and it talked about him on a monthly basis. And sometimes there was information from another informant, which was CS2. CS2 would provide actionable evidence, actionable information that was good for the case, but he wouldn't pay CS2. He would give it to her. This is what he was doing, right? You know, a woman in her kitty cat is strong, man. You understand? Keith Cromer is the special agent in charge that's handling her, right? He tells her what to do. He's the DEA Atlanta Group Supervisor, Keith Cromer. Now, at the time of this motion, he's being investigated by the Office of Professional Responsibility and the Office of Inspector General for his inappropriate relationship with Tammy Cowens, improper payments to Tammy Cowens, and falsified reports to justify improper payments to this girl. Now, they begin what starts as a personal relationship, as per this document, evolves into a sexual relationship, right? They go on this sexual escapade. And it's proven because Tammy has pictures of them together in her phone, right? And he's being investigated for saying, right? So this is one of the reasons why Cuffy and his attorney feel like all of the information in that affidavit, right, should be thrown out because of the improper relationship between the special agent Keith Cromer and the informant, right? Keith Cromer, you know what I'm saying, got lost his moral compass, right? Once he started having sex with this woman, he's paying her, and it talked about him on a monthly basis. And sometimes there was information from another informant, which was CS2. CS2 would provide actionable evidence, actionable information that was good for the case, but he wouldn't pay CS2. He would give it to her. This is what he was doing, right? You know, a woman in her kitty cat is strong, man. You understand? Keith Cromer is the special agent.
All right, he's starting to repeat the same thing. So I'm thinking they got this on I don't know what they doing, but this is not the video that was up before. So my guess is that they took the video down. This man broke down. Is this the one? No views.
Franks versus Delaware, right? A defendant, when is a Franks hearing held? When a defendant may request a Franks hearing if they believe the officer intentionally or recklessly included false information in the affidavit. Have the electronic surveillance evidence. The defendant must show that the false information was necessary to establish probable cause. The defendant may also request a Franks hearing if the search resulted in discovery of incriminating evidence. Right? What happens at a Franks hearing? The defendant challenges the affidavit. So what it was in the initial affidavit that Tammy Cowens, who was a government informant and who is referenced in this document, which is this is the motion to suppress. Hold on. She's listed in this paperwork as CS1, confidential source 1. Right? Now, this document, the defense filed this motion, Cuffey filed after he had the Franks hearing. He was granted, the court granted him the Franks hearing. They could have denied the Franks hearing, right, if they didn't believe, it was sufficient, right? But they gave him a Franks hearing, and then after the Franks hearing, right, he filed a motion to have the electronic surveillance evidence suppressed. It was a motion to suppress because there were lies and misstatements in the affidavit, the initial affidavit filed and signed by Tammy Cowens, who was a government informant, right? And it's all here. Franks versus Delaware, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over. Peace, Islam.
Islam, peace to God.
We going over. I keep getting this same thing. Hold on, give me 1 second, Mark. Let me find this. This might be it. Yeah, this is.
Tammy Cowens was the heart and soul of the Terry White case. Agent argued that Tammy Cowens was an unusual informant in that she had no criminal record, was not a known drug user, did not appear to be motivated by money, and was not looking to get a reduced prison sentence or dismissal of criminal charges. Rather, Tammy Cowens appeared to be motivated to make up for the fact that Terry White had used Tammy Cowens to unwittingly launder drug money. Tammy Cowens provided significant information during the investigation of the case, which was used in various search warrants. The investigation, which started in 2008, culminated with an arrest in 2009, and White was convicted and sentenced in 2011. Tammy Cowens eventually received an award of approximately $55,000 for the Terry White case.
Either 50 Cent is the most diabolical genius that has ever existed in hip hop, and I mean diabolical genius that existed in hip hop / rap, or 50 Cent only will use something against you when it is no longer beneficial to him. Seti Nash, the hood lawyer, man, in the building. What's happening? Before you get to your Super Bowl, let me throw this out on you real quick. Something that 50 Cent posted, and I thought, God dang. Check it out.
The agent testified that Demetrius Fleming was aware of the deal, and that Demetrius had one request, and that his name does not appear in any documents.
Well, I'll be damned.
This is Special Agent Keith Cromer's testimony. CS1 testified, Tammy Collins, that Demetrius Flannery was aware. She signed up to be a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. She had the courtroom cleared out. If you go on Pacer, pull my docket sheet, you'll see what CS1 requested that the courtroom be closed.
I fell down to my knees when the law came. Let me ask you a question, Cuffy. At any time during the initial stages of your indictment involving this whole Tammy Collins thing, did you talk to Big Meech or did you send a message to Big Meech in any way to tell him or to alert him of what was going on?
We sent Big Meech certified mail. Big Meech set me up and Tammy set me up with this thing in 2013. That's the last time I've heard from this nigga. We sent them correspondence through the attorneys. Asking him, is he aware that his name is in court sworn documents and sending me a truckload of cocaine? He never responded. We know he got the mail because we sent everything certified. I have not heard from this nigga of 32 years since they set me up in 2013.
All right. So Mark. Mark, I don't know how much you've been following this situation, right? And I'm waiting on some more men to jump on here, right? But we talked about this last week, right? And we didn't have all of the information last week that we have this week. After we had our discussion last week, I had someone who sent me this breakdown by this gentleman on I forgot his name, it was on YouTube, and he broke down. He ordered the actual paperwork and he broke down with the paperwork and what he was seeing and his opinion and his take on it. Having this new information, right? I asked the question. What's up, Capone?
What's up, family?
What's up? I got my comrade on Honorable Mark Bay. Mark, Mark, we see your hand, man. Where you holding the phone? We just see your hand. But
Peace and I'm driving and I really can't hear all that good.
Okay, all right, never mind. Go ahead, handle your business. So I just played this.
I'm listening.
So you listening? So have you been following this case?
Case.
Not case.
I can't hear that good. I'm following many cases. Which case?
Nah, this ain't a case. I'm talking about the situation with Demetrius Flannery and that dude Cuffy. 50 Cent is saying that Meech got third-party testimony to help him get out. That girl Tammy Collins set up this dude Cuffy to get to get Meech a time cut. Have you been following that?
No, I haven't been following the case because I don't get caught up into the the media hype. I really don't put myself in that position because I don't think it plays a role in what I'm trying to accomplish in my environment. That's on a whole nother level with me. So I worry about what I can carry with my systemic racism and what goes on in my neighborhood.
Gotcha.
But you got that on all types of roads, even in where I'm at right here in the city of Lynchburg. People snitching and getting time cut. So, it's possible, anything possible, because everybody can't do what we done or what I done 28.5 years. So it's very possible. They done it at the highest level. They do it every time. So I can understand it. If you can't do 10, tell on a friend.
Well, no, that's you tell on friends. Nobody tell on.
That's what they doing. That's what they. You don't tell on nobody. You don't tell on nobody for that case.
No. What I'm saying is, when somebody me, I was told on. I was told on.
I was too.
Yeah, so the person who told on you wasn't your enemy; it was somebody close to you, right?
True. Yeah, it was my cousin, my first cousin.
Okay. So that's my point exactly. In order to be told on, it has to be somebody who's close to you, because your enemies don't have information on you. They can't tell on you, right? So my whole point is to expose a situation because this person is just came home and he's been held in high esteem for what he did in the past. And with me, right, I don't really care what a person does in the past, what he's done in the past. What you've done now, it's certain things that you do that just take away your whole street cred. So that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you can't have street cred, in my opinion, right? If you snitch on somebody, you told on somebody, if you in anybody paperwork, your street cred is gone, right?
It's gone. You're a rat. A rat is a rat. A rat is a rat. There's no getting back.
And for me, another one is if you mess with boys, right? So if you mess with boys, So from what I'm hearing, right? From what I'm hearing inside, that's the case for him. Both of those.
Oh, right? Okay.
Yeah. So with me, right? With me, I was one of those ones that I would do who I bid it with, and I seen them running around with sissies the whole time. I'm gonna put them on Front Street. Now you're not gonna come back home and try to act like you a regular dude and you
100. Yeah, 100. That's right.
Yeah, you got to think if you fishing in the same pool I'm fishing in. You know what I'm saying? So when I was young and I seen dudes who was getting down and doing whatever they was doing inside, I put them out there. Like, nah, you ain't about to come and act like you a regular dude. Nigga, cut your mustache off like you had it off when you was
there you go. Put on your little makeup, your little tight dress. Yeah. Keep on rolling like you were rolling.
Yeah, so for me, I'm always in tune with anything happening in the community. I'm big. I'm an advocate. You know that, Mark. But at the same time, at the same time, I don't fear exposing people who need exposing, right? And there's a lot of people who want to stay, they want to stay hush mouthed about it because it takes courage to speak on certain things. So me on a platform, I got a platform, I'm gonna speak on it, man. Like that's just how I feel. Like, dude, you're not gonna come home and just fake like you was like that. Nah, and everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's my whole point for this, right? Not just that. I got ulterior motives.
I understand. I see where you're getting at now. I see you're getting at because those dudes are role models to certain our youth coming up. Listen to their music and stuff. And it's up to us guys that there's real goons to put them out there. What they gonna do? Hit us in our face? We know that ain't gonna happen.
Exactly. And so that's my whole point, right? And I really don't care about 50. I know 50's a troll. 50 doing it on some hate and stuff. And then people made the point that 50 knew before he did BMF, he knew that Meech snitched, right? They said 50 already knew, but he didn't have a problem.
Didn't he snitch on Supreme? When he on Supreme in them case back during the day?
Exactly. So
I remember back during the day he was on Supreme in them case.
Yeah, so he can't say anything about anybody in anybody's paperwork because I remember when he pressed charges on somebody and he was in Ja Rule put his paperwork out there.
Irv Gotti.
Somebody put the paperwork out there. I read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was like, "Oh, that ain't my name." Nah, that's you. So I'm like
Curtis.
Yeah, exactly. So he has his issues, and he mad at Meech for dealing with Rick Ross, who was a CO. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is just a funny case to me, man. It's funny, but I got a couple of brothers on here, man. I got
podcast with my homie.
Yeah. I got OG on, and brother, announce your name again.
My name Honorable M. Reed Bay.
Nah, not you, babe. The other brother, SDOG Ambassador.
Oh, yes. Street disciple guy, they call me Carl Stokes, though. KD in the street, man, part of the Big We movement. And we been knew Meech was snitching. Well, I did.
Oh, you was on the show. Like, I was on your show.
Yeah.
All right, okay, all right. I ain't realize that was you at first, man. But so but like with me, you, OG Capone, we're still tapped in to individuals inside, right? And I got the word from individuals inside who told me, and I was shocked. I had never heard, about the whole thing. Huh?
What year did you find out?
This year, I found out. Yeah, like
Nah, see,
last week.
we've been knowing since like maybe 18, 19. And one thing
Yeah,
about that food joint, it's a lot of affiliated individuals in there, especially Chicagoans and guys from Chicago, okay? Whether they GD, Stone Market, whatever they is, it's part of affiliate organization. I think one of his brothers was actually one of Chicago's very own G's or something, or he might have been from the South or something like that. As soon as he started telling, he put it out there like, dude ain't know
okay,
nothing. He already broke it. We like, well, you
okay.
ain't gonna be in the streets nothing about that because they still gonna honor him.
They are, and that's the problem, right? And it's because he fed so many people, right? He fed a lot of people, so those people gonna kind of like turn a blind eye. You know, they know, but they don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they're gonna eat off of him again, right?
Nah,
Because he
he's
fed.
finna sacrifice everybody. Dude finna sacrifice everybody. And if he like boys and everybody think Ricky Ross like boys, that's why he flipped to the other script anyway, because he finna be a part of that old illuminated situation that disrupts our organizations, our streets, our
Yeah,
community. Got the kids
yeah,
killing each other for 30,000. When you let a lot of people out of prison, you gotta fill them back up.
Check
yeah,
this out. Yo. These brothers ain't nothing but cohort slavery, bro. They making pennies to the dollar of the master. You know, they all gonna be sacrificed pretty soon. Puff Daddy, Rick Ross, all them little child molesters, little boy lover, little fuck boys. So, you know, all on rest is what the is. You know, this the type of society that we're living in when we're allowing these fucking Amorites to raise our kids. When we'll rely on somebody else to teach them and school them and educate them and dealing with the Department of Education and teaching these programs. So we got to be responsible for to put these brothers out there and keep it a band. And so kids don't grow up being these little to be these little non-cipher fuck boys. Excuse my
yeah,
language, but it is what it is. You know, everybody know Rick Ross was a police security guard, worked in the prison. Everybody know 50 Cent a snitch. But look, that's the type of society we're living in. You got men, you got boys, you got rats, and you got snitches. It's all depending on the level, you know. And
yeah.
people glorifying these type of dudes. You know, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, and the
That
real
part,
dude, real men are put in the back. You know, like they won't
True,
honor.
true.
They don't honor guys who did their time and didn't tell anybody on anybody.
I'm a Generation X dude, man, and I paid attention to the whole civil rights movement. I'm a 70s baby, came up in the 80s, but you was taught what was taking place back then and what was going on. My question is to my elders is that when Malcolm X told us stop listening to the celebrities, they puppets for the destructions. They are
That's right. That's right.
things, this, that, and the other. Why do we whack him for telling the truth?
Exactly.
Why do we keep hiring individuals to get our people straight? But when we teach the part that makes the finger point at us, because we got this old saying that if we really knew the truth, we'd really be mad at ourselves. Why do we keep hiring people, and then when we start telling the truth about not only Black history that they won't teach, or the Black history that we were a part of that helped dismantle ourselves, we whack the motherfucker that we hired.
Yeah. Well, because we don't want. Well, I don't think it's us whacking them. They're getting whacked because they're exposing the truth and they're waking people up. So they want you to remain.
If you turn your back on me, or not turn my back on you, or you promoting the truth, and your people turn their back on you too after you start promoting the truth about your people too, the bad sides, the good sides, the things of that nature. The people whacked you because they just confirmed that them other people can.
Yeah, they didn't do anything about it.
Turn your back on them. Once you make somebody looking radical, they would have did that to Kanye West. Everybody turned their back on him when he started telling the truth because everybody wanted to be a part of that bag.
That's right. He was dropping. He was telling the truth. People
now,
when
Kanye said, if you run up on me, I'm going to kill you niggas. I'm going to blow your ass and start showing all these guns. Yeah. We left him alone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that's pretty much how it goes, though. We leave people alone who start telling us the truth. They start telling, you know what? Like Kendrick. So this is the other thing I wanted to talk about was Kendrick's performance last night, because I saw something bigger in his performance, right? Like I don't know if you saw that performance, Mark, but this young dude went in, right? And he had a lot of subliminal messages in his performance, right? Part of it was he was shooting at white America. You know, he was shooting at the establishment of slavery. He was shooting at colonialism. He was all of that, man. Like people looking at what he was saying about Drake. Forget about that. You didn't see about like he had people lined up as the American flag, but it was divided, right? So he's basically saying there's two different Americas. You ain't see so it's symbolism in everything he did, man. Like he was showing like how people want you to be dancing and joking. They don't want that positive stuff no more. So they pushing the people who talking about killing, who talking about nonsense, twerking. You know, they pushing them. All the women that they pushing are talking about twerking and selling pussy. That's what they talking about, right? But you got girls out there like Rhapsody, what's her name? Mumu Fresh. You got some dope sisters out there right now. They're not pushing their music. They're not pushing their content because they rapping about consciousness. Remember, we all came up probably in the same era. I'm a 70s baby. I grew up in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in that conscious era. I grew up under poor righteous teachers, Brand Nubian, you know what I'm saying? Public Enemy. These are and all the Fight the Power, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was talking positive. When we grew up with a positive influence in our music. Now the music is watered down. Now they're using the music to message. What's the message we're receiving in this music? Right?
Kill each other.
They what about what?
Kill each other, snitch on your brother, become a homo, and let the LGBTQ feminist movement, according to Black Lives Matter, which is Trans Lives Matters and Gay Lives Matters, lead the whole fucking world just like it's been doing for the last 60 fucking years. That's the message.
By Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Hillary Clinton was the founder of Black Lives Matter. He put that together here. Black homosexuals leading it.
Yes.
Wow.
Our
Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton organization.
But they get mad at us when we tell them, hey, sis, why we keep apologizing to y'all for joining the feminist movement when we was actually cool, fine, and dancing together with our health care, our schooling, and our community, feeding the kid. If Famo next door didn't have rent and I had $60, I'm paying his rent and my rent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't leave nothing these Europeans brought to our movement. As soon as y'all let these people come in our movement, they whack King, they whack Malcolm X, and them they start locking up everybody. They killed Huey, they threw Seals in jail, they whacked Fred. You see what I'm saying? And we helped them.
They hung that Turner. They hung that Turner. They hung Gabriel Truth Divine. They killed the Sojourner Truth.
They ate Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. That's the truth of it, bro.
What we're dealing with in our own people, though. It ain't just about the Meeches. It ain't just about this, then. It's everybody that get out of jail and figure that image is part of our society still in this day. Y'all working with them.
Right.
Whether you unconsciously or not working with them or signed that contract to get out of jail while everybody using that Trump got out. Now they did you like Lucky Luciano, sir, and walked up in that cell and told you what you need to do to your own people. And I'm not saying everybody got that deal. I'm saying you got out of jail and you still living like that and thinking that's the coolest fucking way to be in this world. That means you missed the whole 30 years of what we was trying to struggle for. And you missed the 30 years we was trying to struggle for in the 60s when all things that was put out here was leading us away from it.
Yeah. So one of the things, sometimes you gotta trick them into telling them the truth. You notice how I tricked them, right? So this topic of discussion was did Meech snitch or is 50 a hater, right? You see how I caught him last week with it, right? That's the bait and switch. That's the bait and switch. So you put that bait out there to get their attention. But now what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? This ain't what they came on here for. You know, but if they
Right.
come on and they hungry, we here to feed them. When we're trying to feed them information that will help them, will edify them, right? They don't want that. If I were to put
Right.
on here, we were talking about positive influences in hip hop. We're talking about ways we can positively affect our community. We wouldn't have had a view. You feel what I'm saying? We had to do
That's
a
it.
bait and switch just to get a few people to come on and watch. But see, this is what we need. We need these type of healthy discussions.
Yeah.
But if we do it, who gonna tune in? We ain't talking about nobody. You know,
Mhm.
we ain't telling on nobody. We nothing negative. That's not what they want. That's not what they want. You know, they want to continue to be fed garbage. You know, if you eat the
That's why
wrong
the
food,
conscious music is not in the rap game anymore. Once 1990 got here, good brother, it was over.
who's the
They
last
stopped.
one you can remember? Who's the last conscious person I can remember is probably Lupe Fiasco. He was like a throwback from the conscious era.
He's a little bit of both. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say the last one I actually remember. I'm gonna actually really say Ghetto Boys, man, because and it ain't about no. It's the consequences of what you do. If I can give
Yeah,
you a story about selling dope, being a gangbanger, this, that, and the other, and then tell you about the consequences and reproductions, and then give you a format and lay that down for you to get up out of that kind of situation, that's what I
yeah,
want to hear.
yeah. I think you know, of course, Nas always gave it to you. He was always conscious, right? He found a way of being conscious and at the same time crossing over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he was able to do it, but see, so Mark, we have Mark on here. Mark, he owns a studio. A gym, a workout studio gym. He's a trainer, right? Me, I'm a real estate agent, so that's what I do you know, for what is that, a bully?
A little picture wobble, man.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Oh, what? A picture wall.
Something like a picture wobble, man. Yeah, he snuck in one
Okay.
night and
Gotcha. Yeah, but what else? The reason I'm saying, because we got positive examples right here in front of us. We all come from, you know, I guess, you know, I can speak for myself from tainted past, right? And I think OG Capone probably can agree. Mark can agree. I don't know about you, Mr. Stokes, but we all came from history, you know, from past of when we got involved in the streets, or we did some things we can't take back, you know, that type of thing, right? But now we're in a position where we can contribute to our communities again. So I look at it like this: the leaders are returning. You know, the leaders were absent for a long time, so the sisters had to step up. But the men are returning, right? There are some men returning to our communities, and hopefully, you know, they will learn to embrace us and invite us back. So, you know, because we're gonna be the ones that take the bullet for them. You know, they want us to. I talked to a brother today, LT, and he said that, right? When it's time, they want the men to step up and take the fade, you know, but they don't want us to be in the position of leadership. So they got to let the men back in, let the men lead again, right? So
right.
to protect all there.
If it ain't righteous, I ain't rocking. Sometimes, man, a man need 3, 4, maybe 5 years to prove to the world he's actually changed. And if your image come out and it's the same way, then I'm not rocking with you at all. If you can't tell my people nothing.
Yeah. So I don't know what dude's agenda is. He's home. You know, I hate to see anybody inside. I hope that he came home with a positive agenda. What I will say is this, right? He's not respected inside because individuals in there know about him, right? From what I hear, he liked that hooch and he liked the boys, right? So now he came home and, you know, he's been put back in this old position like he the dude he was before. And I know a lot of people ate off of him, right? But I will say this: his brother is different. Southwest T is well respected. He uses this. He uses this, right? So I know he will be investing. Probably owns a rack of properties already, but he moves different. He moves different. And I've been around that dude.
I think a lot of guys that's getting out now, I don't think they want to be involved too tough no more because ain't too much change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why get yourself involved with some stuff and then you trying to make a difference in society and you playing good guy, bad guy, and not being a bad guy, you being a good guy trying to change anything around and you want to end up getting popped off because don't know what want to follow his lead. Don't know what he want to change the message. Say, oh, you a flake now. You was just like this when you was out here, but when you go in, you come out like this. Like with that, when that's actually what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go in where you come out mouth. You see what I'm saying?
But yeah,
They
but
don't-
hey, let me say this though. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that came out, like I can agree with bro, you know. A lot of guys that came out that supposed to be leaving where they went in, but they did a time, but instead of they didn't got out, but yet they coming to the streets and they don't try to go in and try to learn what the streets got going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to go into the streets and try to actually know, you know, step back and just see what's going on. Instead of them going to see what's going on in the street, they get out and try to take over the street. You got people, you got these guys that's already been in the street for 20, 30 years. You've been locked up these years. These guys ain't finna try to get up their position just because you got out. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and instead of they coming out trying to help with the solution that's out here, all this misleading, and if they could have got out and came out here and said, look here, you know, we doing the same, y'all doing the same thing that we doing. Like, I show you how you could do stuff different. But instead of them coming out saying that, they want to come over and just overstep the guy that's already been out here. You feel what I'm saying?
So I feel like they letting the people out that they know gonna come back. They let
and corrupt it. Yeah.
If you, now
they gonna bring a lot of people with them.
What's on your shirt, OG Capone?
Larry Hoover.
Now tell me who Larry Hoover is for the people who don't know.
We all should know that.
Yeah. Everybody, you know, I don't want to talk about it like that, but you know, everybody here political prisoners, man, been locked up over 52 years.
52.
Me and homie been locked up over 60.
So
right here, me and my homie.
Why is Larry Hoover? Why is it that they letting all these people out? They open the door for all these people, but they won't open the door for Larry Hoover. This is somebody who they know could come out and create an immediate impact on our.
They feel like he could. They feel like he could. He a threat to the government. They feel like he still got that credibility. But he's 70-something years old. You know what I'm saying? And they feel him along with Malik and other guys that they still got locked in. They're still doing the same thing. That's why I don't understand. You got a man 70-some years old. Y'all got him charged with conspiracy to contribute a dope enterprise, right? Get a 7 life sentence from behind a jail cell. From behind a jail cell, they said they ain't got no. And well, I don't understand. Y'all didn't catch nothing from him. Y'all got them from saying what somebody said, not what he had. You got guys on the street that got booked with 400-500 keys to steal out, and they got out. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same about the same twist and turn, man. But Larry, it's different. He's different from everybody else. You can't put him in the same category that you put everybody else. He's just a different guy, and they do him different. You feel what I'm saying? They do him major.
My point is this, right? They use this presidential power so much. They pardon hundreds and hundreds of people. Like, you know, like every time a president leave out, they do all these pardons, right? But the people that they are not pardoning are political prisoners. The Larry Hoovers, the Black Panther Party members who've been locked up forever for bullshit, for lying, right? We still got Assata Shakur still exiled in Cuba, you know, for a murder she didn't commit, right? So it's like our government, anybody who fought against their crooked regime, you know, that they'll even acknowledge was biased, right? They won't pardon them. They won't give them a second chance, right? Because those are our fighters. But who they will let out the people who ain't gonna do no earthly good in the community. They gonna let out some good dudes, right, in the process. But it's some of them that just, you know, they in the way. In the way.
They it's political, man. Larry Hoover was, in my opinion, the sacrifice for the black race. As far as in Chicago, California, they did him like 2 weeks without murdering him. Because he was supposed to get pardoned in '96 after Clinton won his second term. If anybody remembers from the time frame of why Clinton was in office, his whole 8 years, the streets was not at war. That man and Jeff said from the prison cells, and they went on 107.5 WTCI. The Stones and the GDs are one. There's no more wars. There's no beef. There's nothing. GDs and Stones stop beefing. See what I'm saying? And when you have that much power, especially when you wrote a book, not only did we only get one part of the book, we only got one part of the book, parts of that BP. And when the second part of the BP explains the corruption, the things, the nations, the skull and bones, and things like that, they feared the known of that's what's been known in him, and he could have stopped us from becoming part of maybe, let's just say, sacrifice or homos or anything like that. They stole all this shit and used it on commercial. You see what I'm saying? They stole all the black and white using it on commercial. If they let him out, they will prove that his thing actually worked.
Yeah, exactly. OG Capone just dropped off.
So
but you're exactly right.
Really don't know why they won't let him out. They just saying what the streets is doing is what's keeping them in. And that's why I think the asking people like really stop doing what y'all doing because y'all hurting my father. Even though they got him on a frame, y'all making it worse. But you need to keep talking about some. Well, I think the family should do this, man. We ain't got to stop doing this, and we ain't got to stop doing that, bro. Y'all not us, man. You know what I mean? Y'all can't keep. Y'all can't keep putting the knife and putting the coffin in that man back like that, man. They want a major war against each other. And some people that's moving around out here is bringing it to fruition because a lot of, and I'm not saying the elders and this, that, and a lot of people is glorifying the bad things of our organization because they probably missed 30 years of their life. So they reliving their youth through the youth. And they sacrifice instead of telling them the truth. Traveling and doing all this stuff, and then they're trying to make you look like a fool for doing what you do, and then sick these dudes on you, and you got to protect yourself. Now it's a whole nother war because you was actually standing on the business put down. We have to be careful. Call our leadership.
I mean, look, they calling anybody OGs now. Anybody, you got 20-year-old OGs. You ain't even experienced nothing. How you an OG? So you know they
let them tell it. He been shooting stuff down since he was 10 years old, and they feel like that will make you an OG.
But a coward can shoot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of scary niggas shoot you in a minute. You feel what I'm saying? So that ain't enough.
I don't know if they watching these videos or not because I see a lot of youngsters going in there running into a lot of people's family that they took off this earth. That's how we get down in jail.
Listen, this is what I see with these youth today, right? With these switches and these, these AK. They need 100 shots. If you need 100 shots, you beefing with 2 dudes. Why you need 100 shots? Because you shooting from far away. You scared to get up and handle that business. You feel what I'm saying? So they want something that they can stand on the other side of the street, on the other parking lot and shoot from, right? So when I came up, if you gonna shoot, you got 6 shots to do it with. You might get 14, 15, depending on what you got, right? So you gotta get close, or you ain't gonna hit. These dudes got
automatic.
They got 100-round drums, and then we wonder why so many little kids getting shot in their bed while they sleep. You feel what I'm saying? Because these cowards scared to handle their business. If you gonna handle your business, don't just shoot up a whole school. Don't shoot up the whole store. If you looking to shoot somebody, if you really want to shoot somebody, you shooting somebody or you shooting at somebody. Shooting at can get innocent bystanders killed. You know, like these dudes that like it's really they cowards, but then they
You paid
looked
for
at
that back in the days.
you said what?
Depending on you paid for that back in the days, man.
Okay.
Depending on your area, and your area is the situation, boy, you get that
Yeah.
Cook County jail with your whole brain. You take that out there to go get your bride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you paid for what you did in the streets, and sometimes it wasn't bad. And I'm speaking from experience of that. I was a hothead when I was a shorty, but I refused to be misled. So me, cats like, man, I ain't on none of that. What you talking about? Y'all beefing with dude, or you beefing with fam them right there, but we all the same thing, and I need to help you fight because we from the block. No, we need to be beating both of y'all up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we get in trouble for actually clearing up the mess. I come up in the era to where if we get too tired of the shooting, it didn't take too long for that because we was trying to get some money back in the days doing the wrong stuff. Gang bang and get money. That was the motto. We'd play a football game in the streets or a basketball game in the streets. May it be the Biddies, the Vice Lords, the Stone, whoever it is, we made peace like that. They won't even do that now.
I mean, you know what? I really feel like those solutions need to be offered to them. So because we had leadership absent, I heard Benny Lee talk a couple weeks ago, and man, he talked about things that I like. It will probably ratify the game right now. And this man probably 60-some years old. He been a vice lord forever. You know, like he probably the oldest vice lord out right now, right? And he was talking about things that would work today. He was like what they used to do, how they would. You know, they would all send emails at the same time. How they, you know, they actually, you know, they galvanize and they work together to do stuff. We ain't doing that today.
No,
you know what, Joe? But excuse me. You know what? We're growing up in a different time. That I heard the brother say earlier that, you know, you said, well, I grew up in a time, you know, I'm listening to Dead Prayers, you know, Killer Priest Roots, you know, Public Enemy, you know, Eric B. and Rakim, you know, I'm listening to somebody with some relevance to it, you know, where I'm going to learn something, you know, I'm trying to figure out something. Nowadays, you know, when brothers like me and you, I've done 28 and a half years. I'm home 7 and I've been successful, but you know, it's still a defeat. But we got to put ourselves in position where we got to be able to teach these youth, you know, regardless of how dire things may be right now. You know, it's old heads out here like us that need to be out there in those streets. But why would people like us endanger ourselves for a fool? You know, because we'll be the same people that they're sitting in the street said, look, got Mr. Parks and he's over there this week, but we need to knock him off because, you know, he's too powerful. So we have to use these platforms there where we can reach out to people. You know, we can educate them because if we're not educating them, you know, the stronger black men, most of them is in these gulags and then they can't get out. Just like they killed Tucker Williams. Arnold Schwarzenegger could have let out Tucker Williams. Tucker Williams could have made a difference with the Crips. He could have turned the whole generation around. And he wrote books. But see, they don't want that. They don't want to do that because they want to keep you in that systematic program, that 1712 program. As long as they keep you on a Willie Lynch program, divide and conquer, you ain't going to never be able to figure out what's going on as a whole. Especially as long as your mind is colonized. As long as you got a colonized mindset,
this is what I see as a solution. This is a solution, right? Right now, we covering 3 states. I'm in North Carolina, you in Virginia, Stokes, you in Florida, right?
I'm in Ohio.
I was in Jacksonville, so mine's gonna reach Jacksonville. People want to see mine.
What part of Ohio are you in?
I'm right outside of Dayton and stuff like that. Out here in Lima, Ohio, but they call it Lima. The middle of nowhere. I'm where they do the tank.
Where the cows there.
So I'm familiar with Cuyahoga County, Ohio. That's Cleveland. Horrible. Like they locking dudes up there. Man, they done let so many people out for wrongful convictions in Cuyahoga County. It's sad. Dude just came home after 32 years, I think 32, 34. Dwayne Brooks. Dwayne Brooks.
They got a group of individuals out there that I ran into in the penitentiary while I was out here. I did from 2011 to 2015. Now, you know, we bit kind of different in Chicago, so we stay out the way. These dudes bit they bit differently out here in Ohio. It's Dayton against Cincinnati, Cincinnati against everybody, Cleveland against anybody. They don't stick together around here, and pedophiles run the joint. But what I do know is that I stay out the way. And if it's according to my affiliation, then we group up, we gather up, we make sure we, according to how the penitentiary need to keep us out of trouble. That's me.
Yeah.
But the Heartless Felons are a group of individuals that started in the Ohio Juvenile Detention Center, and most of them homosexuals. But they got to the penitentiary and started gang banging, and a lot of these old heads in these penitentiaries were scared of them, and they ended up getting a amount of people. But they tried to get up under the G's. Trust me, they come holler at me in the joint. I'm like, boy, we ain't with none of that. Get on with that. They tried to get up on the Bloods, Chris. They tried to get up under everybody, and everybody that accepted them, they robbed them, snaked them, jumped on people, molesting cats. Ended up getting out of the penitentiary kind of deep. And I'm like, why are y'all fighting and having a problem with a bunch of homosexual dudes that came from the penitentiary? And they're young like this, and y'all just moving out their way, like let these boys do their thing, but they shooting up everything in Cleveland. And you think I ain't finna be a solution to that problem when all y'all gotta do is mount up 35 strong and beat everybody up?
So they home now?
A lot of them home. They going back and forth in these penitentiary systems, but a lot of penitentiaries is sending them straight out of there, like beating them up and things like that for not only what they're doing in the penitentiary, but what they're doing in the street. They're a bunch of whole young dudes that's affiliated with some of everything on the streets, and then come in the joint and say, Heartless Felons.
Wow, Heartless Felons. I never heard of them.
I heard of them. You're right. They homosexuals. I heard of them. They from Chicago,
No, they from Cleveland. Ain't no Heartless Felons in Chicago, just like ain't no Bloods.
I thought they were from Chicago. I heard of them.
Cleveland.
They from
Cleveland? They in Ohio.
Yeah. Okay.
You got a few of them.
That might have been. I heard of them because I got a comrade up there. Yeah.
So look, what's going on. A bunch of new stuff is just being brought up, and they moving around, but those that are really, really affiliated, I think, is actually just staying out their way because they ain't nothing but a penitentiary, bro. All the little boys can go to the
before Homer said things, this is what I want to say about Virginia systems. It's some of the roughest systems. You think New Orleans, Mississippi, and all those prisons is rough. They had a dude that came in 1993 from Las Vegas named George Dees. He created Supermax prisons. He created Warren Ridge and Red Onions. And they never seen people like us with people of our skin. So when we went on those penitentiaries, it was the hardest fellas, the hardest dudes that ever put. They put them up there to be killed. And I was one of them. I was like the 45th person up there. And they was trying to kill us. But check this out. One thing about the Europeans in Virginia, and you put the homosexuals in the penitentiary inside a prison, they want them done away with because they don't like them. So they'll put them in a cell for like somebody like me or you to take them out. They're not dealing with no homosexuality in Virginia too much.
The pedophiles.
Pedophiles. See, that's how they turn it out here. They can do it at the guys at the highest government. But when you're locked up, you inside it, they're not going for it.
Oh man, the pedophile thing so bad in Ohio, man. They letting these boys out on probation, 6 months with probation, especially reverends and things like that, because it's so prevalent in Ohio to come back and forth to jail in it, and ain't nobody doing nothing to pedophiles out here. And I'm not saying go catch some more time, things like that, but if y'all really talking about doing that to pedophiles, then you go ahead and put that needle in their balls and make sure don't nothing get hard no more.
Or put a chip in them, put a microchip in them. Put a microchip in them, or put them behind a fence like they do in Las Vegas. Put them behind all the child lovers, put them behind the fence.
But see, we keep thinking out these laws.
I want to use that topic for our next topic, man, because a lot of people didn't make it on, and that was my fault. I got it. I got the message out late, last minute.
We good.
I got to be on time next time. I want us to have the rest of the panel on, right? But I want y'all to introduce, whatever you got going on. Mark, you want to talk about your gym? Tell them where you're located, how they can reach you.
Yeah, my name is Honorable Emery Bay, aka Rico. I'm involved in the community. I do a lot of volunteer work. You know, I'm working at the Job Corps as of yesterday. I no longer work at the Job Corps, but I'm investing in the community and young
Where
people.
you
I'm
at?
most
Where you
definitely
at?
investing in politics. Excuse me.
Where are you located?
I'm located in Lynchburg, Virginia. You know,
Okay.
it's one of the homes of the birthing of the slaves. You know, where the
You want
slaves.
you want to plug your gym?
Excuse me.
You want to plug your gym?
Yeah, it's Gorilla Fitness Scientific Training. You know, downtown Jefferson Street. I was trying to turn it around so y'all can see inside the gym. You know, I teach Taj McGraw and Wing Chun. I teach people self-defense. I teach people hand-to-hand combat, how we learned in the gulags, how we learned in the prison to protect
Okay.
ourselves, hand-to-hand combat, and also mental stimulation. That's what I teach.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you. All right, brother Carl Stokes.
Man, just one of the senior ambassadors, founders, director, operation of the Big We Global Community and Unity, a proud sponsor and ambassador for the Big We, JDR, and L's Vision in Chicago, Indiana, and other places globally around the world, man. And we here for the unification of the world, man, and to re-educate our systematic brains away from it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Where can
That's
they
what we
find
What's
on.
you?
that again? Repeat that. Repeat that.
Everywhere.
JP.
Global
What?
Community. Huh?
Could you repeat that organization again?
The Big We Global Communities and Unities.
Big wigs.
The big
Big
we. The big we.
the Big We are stronger together. Global Communities and Unity. Based in Florida, Chicago, Indiana, things like that. www.thebigweglobal.org if anybody want to become ambassadors and memberships. We also have a Big We book on PDF for people to read the knowledge that we got. And we have a couple more books coming out, Bridging the Gap. The individual and the collective will be around. So we're trying to make it on a level to where every year we got something to teach the people.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your presence, man. And I'm your boy, Carlos Parks. I'm the host of The Versatile Experience. I'm the director of communications for Fifth Sun TV. You can find me on all platforms with my name, Carlos Parks. I ain't using no nicknames or anything like that. You can find me, right? My book is called From Selling Bricks to Selling Bricks. I'm a real estate agent here in the state of North Carolina now. And I'm a political activist. I'm a local activist. I love my people. I fight for my people. I do everything I can for my people. I'm a family man, and you'll see us again next week on Monday. And I think the topic will be about these pedophiles. Right? We're gonna talk about child molestation and why is it that these individuals who have crimes against children get less time than individuals who sell drugs, right? Why did they get a slap on the wrist and they ruin a child's life? You know, a child. This is something this child is going to remember the rest of their life, and you give them 7 years for it. You know, so we're going to talk about that next week. I think that's a topic that we should have like a few people on. And we do have other members. Brother OG Capone, he dropped off. And a few other brothers didn't make it on this platform today. But we thank you for coming in, for tuning in. Catch us next week on Facebook or YouTube, Instagram, or you can find us playback on the platform on Fifth Sun TV on your Roku device. That's Fifth Sun TV on Roku. And best Carl, don't you have a show that you film weekly on Fifth Sun TV, right?
The Solution Radio, Eagle Empire, man, with T Pope and Lady Red, man, that actually hosts the Big We. He's also ambassador for the Big We as well, man, trying to get this global community together. So it's on Fifth Sun TV. It airs every night. Well, not every night, I'm sorry. Every Sunday at 6 p.m.
Okay.
It's a son, S-O-N or S-U-N?
S-U-N. You can see it right here in the top corner of the screen. You'll see it, Fifth Sun Television.
Hey, Mr. Rico, you from Chicago?
Nah,
Oh, okay. I was locked up
but
with
I
a
got a
brother
lot
named.
of comrades everywhere. I done traveled. I've been everywhere.
Yeah. I was locked up with a guy named Rico. You kind of remind me of him as far as how he talking, man. He old. He was an old head thing, in the penitentiary. So yeah,
Nah,
he a
my
good.
penitentiary name is Young Gun. I gave it up. I had to get that up. Young Gun. It's too violent. I don't even
Yes.
can't let people call it to me no more.
And you ain't young no more.
Yeah, and I'm old as hell.
All right,
Right,
good
man.
brother.
I
You got
appreciate
that.
y'all for coming on. See you next week,
Peace
man.
to God.
All right, peace.
Man.
Peace.
Look.